Hi everyone, how are you? This is RANA SIR. Welcome to our RANA SIR educational channel. Today I will talk on a topic whose name is work, energy and power. In this topic I will solve some numericals which is based on work, energy and power chapter. Okay. So you concentrate here to understand its clear concept and how its application will be done in numerical. So you concentrate here for getting its concept, and simultaneously you also like this live video and share this live video with your colleagues, friends and students. Simultaneously, you also subscribe this educational channel more and more. Now, one additional information I am going to tell you and you follow it positively. First of all, you have to take one notebook and one pen and then you have to sit at your location positively, properly and safely to write all data which are available on the blackboard and also those informations which are spoken by me. So you concentrate here. I am going to explain some numericals and also its concept on this topic. Topic name is work, energy and power. Now this is the class 11 physics and it is based on in two medium, that is one in English medium and one is in Hindi medium. So student who are reading in Hindi medium, those students can also understand this concept. First of all, I will explain all data in English medium. So student who are reading in CBSE board or student who are reading in English medium, those students can understand its concept clearly. And after some time, I will also translate all those informations into Hindi. So student who are reading in Hindi medium or in CBSE UP board, those students can understand its concept in detail. Okay. Now it is also based on NCERT pattern. Now here one thought I have written, you read and you understand and you follow it and you use its concept in your daily life, because this thought will help you in your future. Okay. Now topic name I have written here, numericals. Here we will solve some numericals which is based on work, energy and power. During the solution I will also explain its concept, but if application of these concept I will implement in the numerical. So you concentrate here. I am going to write one numerical and then I will give its solution. Okay. Now here I am going to say there is a car. Now there is a car which is moving. Suppose that this is a straight line. On this straight line there is a car which is available. Okay. So here I am making its diagram. Now its diagram I will draw like this. Now here I am writing this is a car. Okay. Now here I will say this is the okay, this is a wheel. Okay. Now this car is moving with velocity u, which is 72 kilometer per hour. So this is the initial velocity of the car. Now after some time Here I will also say. So this is the car. But now on this car, one constant force is applied here. F is equal to 180 Newton. Okay. With this force, this car is moving on the horizontal path. Now we have to calculate the capacity of the engine of this car. Capacity of the engine, that is power of the engine. We have to calculate here what is the power of the engine. We have to calculate here. Okay. Now this is, there is a car which is moving with velocity this one, and that car experiences a force, external force 180 Newton. With this force, that car is moving along the horizontal path with this velocity. So in this case, what will be the capacity? That is, capacity means power of this car. Power of this car. Okay, we have to calculate the power of engine of this car. Okay, now first of all, I'm going to write its numerical in words. And what's problem, I'm going to write words numerical. I will write and then I will give its appropriate solution. Okay, here first of all, I'm going to write numerical. Find the power of the engine. Find the power of the drawn diagram of the car, which is shown in the figure, which is shown in the figure. Find the power of the car which is shown in the figure. Okay, now that car has initial velocity. That car has initial velocity 72 kilometer per hour. 72 kilometer per hour, but it experience experiences a external force 180 Newton. 180 Newton, and that car is moving, and that car is moving with velocity 'velocity' I have written. That car is moving on the horizontal path. On the horizontal path. That car is moving on the horizontal path. Okay, so this is the diagram of the car, and this car is moving with 72 kilometer per hour, and one external force that car is experiencing, so that force is 180 Newton is given here. So we have to find the capacity that is the capacity means power of the car, power of the, find the power of the engine of the car, find the power of the car means find the power of the engine of the car, find the power of engine of the car. So here I have written completely. Find the power of engine of the car. So this car has engine, and that we have to find the power of engine of this car. In this, which is shown in the figure that is given here in the figure. Now that car has initial velocity that is written here 72 kilometer, that is available here. Now it experiences external force. External force is available here 180 Newton. 180 Newton, and that car is moving on a horizontal path. So we have to calculate the power of engine of the car. Okay, student. So this question is very important, and you have to concentrate here to understand how we have to calculate the power of engine of the car. Okay, so each and every students are knowing about the concept of power. What is the definition of the power? Power is the rate at which the work is done. That is P is equal to W divided by T. In other words, we can say that power is denoted by capital P, and that P is equal to capital W divided by T, where D is known as work done, and work done is also defined by the concept that is force into displacement. Okay, so all concept I will use here to calculate the capacity, that is the power of the engine of the car. Okay, that car I have shown here. Okay, so now all these informations I have written here properly, and then all these informations I will also translate into Hindi, so students who are reading in Hindi medium, that is in UP board, those students can also understand this concept clearly. Okay, this is totally free online, free online, free of online, that is free online classes, and you have to get its advantage more and more. Okay, now here I will translate the concept, drawn figure, and also we have to also explain about the words numerical. Okay, so after explaining all information into Hindi, so I will erase written data, and then I will give its appropriate solution. Okay, so you concentrate here. Okay, now इस क्वेश्चन में कहा गया है कि एक कार है जो हॉरिजॉन्टल पाथ पर जो होता है मूव कर रहा है, लेकिन वो कार जो होता है हॉरिजॉन्टल पाथ पर मूव तब और तभी करेगा जब इस पर जो होता है एक एक्सटर्नल फोर्स यानी बाहरी फोर्स इस पर अप्लाई किया जाएगा। तो यहाँ पर अप्लाई जो होता है 180 न्यूटन का फोर्स अप्लाई किया जा रहा है, जिसके वजह से एक कार जो होता है मूव कर रहा है, लेकिन उस केस में जो होता है मूव कर रहा है तो इनिशियल वेग, मतलब इनिशियल वेग मींस इनिशियल वेलोसिटी जो होता है 72 किलोमीटर पर आवर। इसका मतलब ये होगा एक घंटा में 72 किलोमीटर इस एक्सटर्नल फोर्स से वो मूव करेगा। तो उस केस में जो इस कार का जो इंजन है, उस इंजन का पावर कितना हो, वी हैव टू कैलकुलेट द पावर ऑफ दैट इंजन। सो ऑल द इंफॉर्मेशंस आई हैव ऑलरेडी रिटन इन द न्यूमेरिकल। ओके, तो इसमें इस सारा इंफॉर्मेशन जो कार का है ऑलरेडी इस न्यूमेरिकल में एक्सप्लेन किए हैं कि उस कार का इनिशियल वेलोसिटी 72 किलोमीटर पर आवर है, और उस कार को जो होता है एक्सटर्नल फोर्स जो होता है एक कार फील कर रहा है 180 न्यूटन। लेकिन जब ये 180 न्यूटन से ये मूव कर, जब फोर्स अप्लाई किया है ये मूव कर रहा है, तो स्टार्टिंग में इसका स्पीड वेग जो होता है 72 किलोमीटर पर आवर होता है। तो उस केस में जो होता है इस कार का जो इंजन है उसका पावर क्या होगा. Okay student, I hope that you are understanding all these information clearly. Therefore you like this live video, and also you share this live video with your colleagues, friends, and also students, so that they can also update their knowledge on this topic. That is, they can improve their knowledge on this topic. Simultaneously, you also subscribe this education channel more and more. Okay student, so written data I will erase, and after erasing I will give its proper solution. You concentrate here and you understand how I'm going to give its solution. Okay, so first of all, I will erase data because these data already available in the diagram. From there I will take it as per requirement. Okay, so here I am going to erase because there is no extra space to give its solution properly, so I am erasing it. Okay, now here I am going to say this is the external force which is acting on the car. So first of all, this velocity I will divide into, I will change it. This is uh, available in MK system, but it is available in kilometer per hour. I will change it into meter per second. So I can arrange like this: 72 into 1 kilometer divided by 1 hour. I can write. Okay, so there is no any issue. So here I can put uh, 72 and in 1 kilometer, which is equal to 1000 meter. So in the place of 1 kilometer I can put there 1000 meter. Okay, so this is the information, and this information I have to use there directly. 1 kilometer which is equal to 1000 meter. Now in the place of 1 hours I can write here 3600 second. Okay, so each and every student has to follow that one. Now I will simplify here: 72 into 1000 divided by 300 3600 means 3600 meter per second. Okay, so 1010 means 20. I will cancel, and after cancelling I will write here 72 into 10 divided by 36. So I will say 36 1 ja 36 and 36 2 ja 2, 72. That is 10 into 2. I can write here 2 into 10, which is equal to, I will write here properly, 20, and its unit is meter per second. So its unit will be meter per second. Okay student, I hope that each and every student are ready in English medium or in Hindi medium, those students can understand its concept clearly. So after simplification I will get its value, that will be 20 meter per second. Okay, 20 meter per second. If you have any doubts, so you write your doubt point in the comment section properly, and then I will look that, and after looking I will give the appropriate solution of your question in detail. Okay, before, first of all I will analyze. After analyzing, then I will give the appropriate solution of your question in detail, so you have to follow it properly. Okay, now, so initial velocity that is given here 72 kilometer per hour. I have changed this velocity into meter per second. So 1 kilometer I have written at the place of 1 kilometer 1000 meter, and 1 hours which is equal to 3600 or 3600 second. After simplification I have got its value, that is 20 meter per second. So calculation I have done here. Okay, so possibly you can know it. Okay, if you have any doubt or any confusion or any issue related to this thing, so you write write type your information or issue in the comment section positively, and then you send. After sending I will obtain your query, then I will analyze. After analyzing I will give the appropriate solution of your question in detail. Okay students, so you follow it positively. Now further information I will erase it, and after erasing I will say when in first step I have to write there first of all solution, and then given that information that is already available in the diagram. Now here I will say power which is equal to work divided by time interval. This is the formula. So I will write in the short form, that is P, power stands for P, which is equal to W divided by T. In other words, we can also say that work is equal to force into displacement. Work is equal to force into displacement. In the place of work, I will write here force into displacement, that is also known as work. So I am going to say this is the equation number 1. So I have to put the value of W in equation number 1, and then we will get. So I can write P, which is equal to, in the place of W, I can write F into D. So F into D I can write divided by D. So further I will simplify here. I can write F into D divided by T. So in the bracket I have to write it. Okay. Now distance by time, that is known as velocity. So I can write here F into V, because d by t, that is known as velocity. That is, velocity is the velocity has formula distance by time. So distance by time, that is called velocity of the car. Okay. So finally formula I have got here, P is equal to F into V. Okay, P is equal to F into V. In this formula, I will substitute the value of external force of the car and also velocity of the car. With that velocity moving, car is moving, so that velocity I will substitute here, and after substituting I will simplify. After simplifying, I will get the value of power, and that power is the power of engine of the car, which is given in the question. Okay, student. So further I will calculate it here. So here I can write here P is equal to F into V. The value of F is given 180 Newton. I will substitute here 180 Newton in the place of V. V are already available here in kilometer per hour, but I have changed it into meter per second. So after changing, I have got value 20 meter per second. So I will put there 20 meters. So after putting, then I will simplify. After simplify, I will get a value, and that value will be the power of engine. Okay, power of engine of the car. So further I can get its value like this. Here I can write P, which is equal to 180 into 20. So after multiplication, I can write 0 into 0, that will be 0. 8 to just 6. 2 equal to 1 3. And this power has unit watt. So I can write here watt. Power has unit watt. So this is the answer of my given question. Okay, students, so according to this way I can calculate what is the power of the engine of the car. So we using this formula to evaluate its value. So I know power, which is equal to work divided by time, but when I was reading the concept of work, if any object which is moving horizontally, in this case work is also is equal to force into displacement. But if any object which will move at angle theta, so in this case work done, I can write F into cos theta, but its movement of car is horizontal. In other words, we can say that theta will be 0, so cos 0 degree, which is equal to 1. Okay, students, cos 0 degree, which is equal to 1. So this concept I have used here, and after using, I have substituted the value of F and also value of velocity in the obtained formula, and after simplifying I have got its value, that is 3600 watt. What can be also written here, joule per second. Okay student, I hope that you are understanding all these informations clearly. Therefore you like this live video, and also you share this live video with your colleagues, friends and students, so that they can also improve their knowledge on this topic. Improve means update and develop their knowledge on this topic positively. And simultaneously also you subscribe this education channel more and more. Okay student, now all these informations I will also translate into Hindi, so students who are reading in Hindi medium, those students can also understand this concept clearly. Okay, now further I am going to tell. ना यहाँ पे एक कार है, जिस कार का जो प्रारंभिक वेग है, प्रारंभिक वेग का मीनिंग होता है इनिशियल वेग, जिस वेग से एक कार जो होता है मूव करना शुरू किया है, तो इसका वेग जो होता है दिया गया 72 किलोमीटर पर आवर, इसका मीनिंग 72 किलोमीटर पर घंटा दिया गया है। मीन्स एक घंटा में 72 किलोमीटर की दूरी को तय करेगा, जब उस पर एक्सटर्नल फोर्स जो होता है एक 180 न्यूटन का अप्लाई किया गया है। देखिए यह जो होता है हॉरिजॉन्टली मूव कर रहा है, तो इसमें जो होता है जब हॉरिजॉन्टली मूव करता है, हमेशा कैलकुलेशन में जब न्यूमेरिकल को सॉल्व करते हैं तो किलोमीटर पर आवर दिया रहता है, तो उसको हम मीटर पर सेकेंड में चेंज करते हैं। तो इसको 72 किलोमीटर को हम लिख सकते हैं 72 इंटू 1 किलोमीटर डिवाइडेड बाई 1 आवर, इसको अरेंज कर सकते हैं, क्योंकि 72 में 1 से मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे सेम मिलेगा, एक को एस से मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे, एक को एस से मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे तो ये चीज मिलेगा। अब हम जानते हैं कि 1 किलोमीटर इज इक्वल टू 1000 मीटर और 1 आवर इज इक्वल टू होता है 3600 सेकेंड। जब इसको सिंप्लीफाई किए, सिंप्लीफाई का मतलब मीनिंग होता है सरल किए, जब इसको सरल किए तो हमको मिला है 20 मीटर पर सेकेंड। ओके स्टूडेंट, तो इनिशियल में जो होता है इसका वेग कितना मिला, 20 मीटर पर सेकेंड। मीन्स एक सेकेंड में जो होता है 20 मीटर की दूरी को तय करेगा यह कार ने। अब इसमें कहा क्या है कि इस कार के पर जो होता है एक्सटर्नल फोर्स अप्लाई किया गया है, उस एक्सटर्नल फोर्स का वैल्यू जो होता है 180 न्यूटन दिया गया है। अब कहा गया है कि इस कार का जो इंजन है उस इंजन का पावर क्या होगा। तो पावर के कंसेप्ट में ऑलरेडी हम एक्सप्लेन किए थे कि पावर इज द रेट एट व्हिच द वर्क इज डन। पावर जो होता है रेट होता है जिस पर कार्य किया जाता है, इसलिए पावर इज इक्वल टू वर्क डिवाइडेड बाई टाइम, ये फार्मूला होता है। तो पावर में जो होता है पी स्टार्ट हो, पी लिखे, वर्क में डब्ल्यू स्टार्ट, डब्ल्यू टाइम में टी है, स्टार्टिंग में टी लिखे, इसलिए शॉर्ट फॉर्म में पी बराबर डब्ल्यू बटे टी हमने लिखा है। अब हम जानते हैं एफ इज इक्वल टू एफ डी होता है। जब कार का मूवमेंट जो होता है हॉरिजॉन्टली होगा तो उस केस में कार और रोड के बीच में एंगल कितना बनेगा, 0 डिग्री, इसलिए cos 0 डिग्री का वैल्यू कितना होगा, 1 होगा। ओके, तो हम अगर एक कार जो होता है हॉरिजॉन्टली मूव कर रहा है, अगर किसी एंगल को मूव करता है तो उस केस में वर्क जो होता है एफ इंटू एस इंटू कॉस थीटा होता है। थीटा का वैल्यू जो दिया जाता है उसको हमें यहाँ पर रख कर और सिंप्लीफाई करते हैं, लेकिन ये हॉरिजॉन्टली मूव कर रहा है इसलिए cos 0 डिग्री का वैल्यू 1 हो गया, और जब एफ इंटू डी में अगर 1 से मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे तो एफ इंटू डी ही मिलेगा। ओके, अब हमें वर्क का पावर का फार्मूला दिया गया है यहाँ पर P बराबर डब्ल्यू बटे टी, तो यहाँ पर डब्ल्यू की जगह पर एफ इंटू डी लिखे डिवाइडेड बाई टी। अब इसको मैंने अरेंज किया, एफ को एक अलग कर दिया और डी बटे टी को एक साथ रखा। तो डी बटे टी को हम जानते हैं वो वेग होता है, क्योंकि वेग जो होता है डिस्टेंस बटे टाइम होता है या डिस्प्लेसमेंट बटे टाइम होता है। तो हमने वेग को भी एफ इंटू इसकी जगह पर भी लिखा, क्योंकि कार जो होता है मूव कर रहा है 20 मीटर पर सेकेंड के स्पीड से, और इस पर एक्सटर्नल फोर्स 180 न्यूटन दिया गया। जब इसको मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे जो वैल्यू आएगा वो कार का जो होता है कार के इंजन का पावर होगा, कि इस कार के इंजन का पावर कितना है, 3600 वाट हो गया या 3600 वाट हो गया। इसको दूसरा भी यूनिट होता है जूल पर सेकेंड के नाम से भी हम जानते हैं। तो इस तरीके से इस क्वेश्चन का हमने फाइनल सोल्यूशन एक्सप्लेन किया है। ओके स्टूडेंट, अगर ये वीडियो आपको अच्छा लगा हो, इस वीडियो को आप क्लियरली समझ गए हो, तो इस वीडियो को ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा लाइक करें, शेयर करें अपने कलीग के साथ, फ्रेंड्स के साथ और विद्यार्थियों के साथ, ताकि उनका भी नॉलेज जो होता है इस पॉइंट को अपडेट और डेवलप हो सके। और साथ ही साथ इस वीडियो को ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा सब्सक्राइब करें। ओके स्टूडेंट, अगर इसमें कोई भी पॉइंट आपको समझ में ना आया हो, तो उस पॉइंट को जो होता है आप क्वेरी टाइप करें, कमेंट टाइप क्वेरी टाइप करें। आप जिस पॉइंट पर आपको डाउट है उस डाउट को टाइप करें और सेंड करें। सेंड करने के बाद से जब हम उसको ऑब्जर्व करेंगे, तो पॉजिटिवली जो होता है आपके क्वेश्चन के सॉल्यूशन को हम रिजॉल्व करेंगे। रिजॉल्व करने के बाद से प्रॉपरली उसको हम रिजॉल्व करने के बाद से आपके सेंड करेंगे। ओके स्टूडेंट, अकॉर्डिंग टू दिस वे यू कैन गेट such type of concept in details. Okay student, now further I will erase this question, and after erasing this question I will also write another question, and that question, next question, will also be on work power energy. So you concentrate here to understand other question which is also based on this topic. Okay student, if you are understanding all these information, so you like this live video, and also you share this live video with your colleagues, friends and students, so that they can also update their knowledge on this topic properly, positively and safely. Okay, now simultaneously you also subscribe this educational channel more and more. So I will erase this diagram and also its solution, and then I will write another question properly. Okay, now here I am going to erase it. If you have any doubt, so you write your doubt point in the comment section and then you send. After looking your comment, I will give the appropriate solution positively. Okay, now further I am erasing it. After erasing, I will give also its proper solution. Okay, now second question I am going to write here. I will concentrate here to understand all informations in detail. Okay, now here I am going to draw a y axis and also a x axis. Here I will say this is the x axis, and I will also draw a y axis. Also draw a y axis. When x axis and y axis will meet at a point, so that point I say origin, and its coordinate will be 0, 0. Now there is a particle which is available at a point, and here another, I will say this is the point A, and another point I am going to say that is the B. So second point is the B. So a object which is available at the point a object which is available at the point A. So this object is moving from point A to B. So I will say its position vector I have got. So we have to also obtain the position vector AB. Now on this object one force is available, and that force is also available in the form of vector, that is 4 vector I cap minus vector j cap. This is a vector and this is a force, and with this force this object is moving from point A to B. Now its position vector is also available here. Suppose that 2I minus j plus k, that is a vector, and this vector also available, that is 3 vector I cap, 3 vector I cap, 3 vector I cap plus 2 vector j cap minus vector k. It means that there are two position vectors are given here. One is the OA and OB, two position vectors I have got here. Now here there is a force F which is acting on this object, and this object is moving from point A to B. So what will be the work done by the force from, and that is moving from point A to B? So that force I have to calculate here properly. Okay, so this is the object. On this object applied one force applied, and that is moving from point A to point B. So we have to calculate work done by this force from the point A to B. So we have to calculate here work done. Okay, so here I have to use the concept of vector, and then we have to evaluate the work done, the object which is moving from point A to point B. So this is known as object. In Hindi that is called vastu. So this work done by the force that is moving from A to B, we have to calculate. Okay, so all this information you concentrate here. I will write in numericals, and then after writing in numericals, so I will give its appropriate solution positively. So you concentrate here. First of all, I am going to write this numerical. Now we have to find the work done. Find the work done by force F, which is equal to 4 vector I cap minus vector j cap, which is moving object is moving. The object is moving. Object is moving from point A to point B. From point A to point B. From point B. Its initial position vector. Its initial position vectors are OA is equal to like this: 2 vector I cap minus vector j cap plus vector k cap, and another OB whose value is given here: 3 vector I cap plus 2 vector j cap minus vector k cap. So all these informations are given here. Now position vector OA and OB that is available here. Now there is a object. On that object one force is applied, and that with that force that object is moving from point A to B. So we have to calculate work done. Okay, student. So all these informations already I have mentioned in the word numerical, and then we have to evaluate work done when object that is vast which is available at the point A, which is moving from point A to B. During that displacement we have to calculate work done. Okay, now here in this numerical I will use the concept of vector analysis. That is vector analysis. Here I am looking, there is a triangle OAB. that is a triangle. In this triangle, I will use the concept of vector law addition, and then we have to get the position vector. That position vectors are given here. We have to get the displacement vector, that is from A to B, that is known as displacement vector. I will use the concept of law of triangle, addition law of triangle, and then I will evaluate the value of A to B, and then after getting displacement, so work is also known as work is equal to force into displacement. Force is also given here one vector, and we will also get displacement, that will be also vector. So we will take the dot product of two vector, that will be the required work done, which is required in the question. Okay student, so you concentrate here. Each and every concept I will explain here detail, and then your vector analysis will also be clear, and then you will use that concept to find the requirement. That requirement is how to calculate the work done if object is moving from point A to point B. So first of all these informations I will also explain in Hindi. So after explaining in Hindi, so student who are reading in Hindi medium or UP board, those students can understand its concept in detail. Okay student, now further I am going to translate it. इस क्वेश्चन में कहा गया है कि दो पोजीशन वेक्टर दिया गया है। एक पोजीशन वेक्टर ओ ए है, उसका वैल्यू ए दिया गया है। एक पोजीशन वेक्टर जो होता है ओ बी है, वो भी पोजीशन वेक्टर दिया गया है। अब उस केस में हम देख रहे हैं कि एक ऑब्जेक्ट है। ऑब्जेक्ट को हिंदी में वस्तु या कण या पार्टिकल या पिंड कहते हैं। वो बिंदु ए से जो होता है बिंदु बी पर मूव कर रहा है। तो मूव कर रहा है। मूव करने में जो होता है, जो वर्क करना पड़ रहा है उस ऑब्जेक्ट, इस फोर्स के द्वारा उस ऑब्जेक्ट पर जितना कार्य करना पड़ रहा है, उस कार्य को हमको कैलकुलेट करना है। हम जानते हैं कार्य बराबर बल गुणे विस्थापन होता है। बल गुणे विस्थापन होता है। कार्य का परिभाषा होता है multiplication of force into displacement is called work done and its unit is joule. Okay, तो इसका कंसेप्ट ऑलरेडी हम एक्सप्लेन कर चुके हैं। तो फोर्स वर्क का अगर डिफिनीशन लिखना है तो मल्टीप्लिकेशन ऑफ फोर्स इनटू डिस्प्लेसमेंट होता है। तो उस कंसेप्ट से जो होता है हम कैलकुलेट करेंगे, लेकिन सबसे पहले पोजीशन वेक्टर को हम फाइंड आउट करेंगे। पोजीशन वेक्टर को एडिशन ऑफ ट्रायंगल ऑफ एडिशन के कंसेप्ट को यूज करेंगे। ट्रायंगल ऑफ एडिशन को कैलकुलेट करने के बाद से इस पोजीशन वेक्टर ए बी को हम कैलकुलेट करेंगे, और वो ए बी जो होता है एक डिस्प्लेसमेंट वेक्टर होगा। चूंकि फोर्स दिया गया, जब फोर्स दिया गया तो उस फोर्स और उस डिस्प्लेसमेंट वेक्टर का जो प्रोडक्ट होगा वह एक वैल्यू होगा, दैट विल बी द वर्क। Okay students, so we have to use its concept in detail. Okay, now first of all further I am going to erase the numerical, and after erasing the numerical which are written in word, and then I will give its appropriate solution. Okay students, so you concentrate here to understand its concept in detail. Okay, now first of all in first step we have to write solution. After writing solution, and then I will write given information. So given information is OA, position vector OA, which is given here. OA, O to A, its value is 2 vector I cap, 2 vector I cap minus J vector J cap plus vector K cap, and also OB, position vector OB is also given here, that is OB is equal to 3 vector I cap plus 2 vector J cap minus vector K cap. So I will write here 3 vector I cap plus 2 vector J cap minus vector K cap. Okay, I will use the triangle of addition. After using the triangle of addition, then I will get the position vector AB. Okay, by using the triangle of addition, here I will use by using the triangle of addition, triangle law of addition, by triangle of addition, law of addition. So I will say vector OA plus vector AB which is equal to vector OB. So vector OA plus vector OB is equal to vector OB. So I have written, so vector AB which is equal to, I can write vector OB, and this vector OA is left hand side, it will go in right side, its sign will change. So OA in the left hand side it has sign plus, it will go in right hand side, so it will have minus sign. So that value I have to write there. Now further I will substitute the value of OB and also OA, and then after substituting, then I will simplify. After simplify, I will get a vector, and that vector is the position vector, that is displacement vector. So AB is also known as displacement vector. So value of OB I have to substitute from here. 3 vector I cap plus 2 vector j cap minus vector k cap. I have to write it in bracket. Now here I will write also in bracket OA, vector OA I have to write 2 vector I cap and minus vector j cap, and here plus vector k cap is available, so I have to put here vector k cap. Okay, so in this expression I have put the value of vector OB. This is vector OB, this is the vector OB, and the value of OA, this is the vector OA. Now I will multiply with this minus sign in the bracket, and after multiplying I will simplify it, and after simplify I will get a vector, and that vector will be the position vector. So I will say this is the position vector, position vector. So that position vector I will get. Okay, for the above data I will erase, and after erasing I will get its value. Okay, so first of all I am going to explain all these information into Hindi, so student who are reading in Hindi medium, those student can understand its concept in detail. Okay, so after after translating into Hindi, so I will erase the above data, and then I will simplify the below data for to reaching to the destination. Okay student, now यहाँ पर कहा गया है कि दो वेक्टर दिया गया है, जो पोजीशन वो दोनों वेक्टर जो होता है पोजीशन वेक्टर है, ओ ए और ओ बी जो होता है पोजीशन वेक्टर है, और ए बी जो होता है डिस्प्लेसमेंट वेक्टर है। इसमें जो होता है ट्रायंगल लॉ ऑफ एडिशन को हम यूज करेंगे। ट्रायंगल लॉ ऑफ एडिशन को यूज करने के बाद से हम जो डिस्प्लेसमेंट वेक्टर को हिंदी में विस्थापन सदिश के नाम से जानते हैं। उस विस्थापन सदिश को हम कैलकुलेट करेंगे। हम जानते हैं जो जब ट्रायंगल ऑफ एडिशन जो ओ ए बी या एक ट्रायंगल का फॉर्मेशन होता है, इस ट्रायंगल में वेक्टर ऑफ एडिशन यूज करेंगे, तो ट्रायंगल ऑफ वेक्टर एडिशन को यूज करने के बाद से हम लिख सकते हैं कि ओ ए प्लस वेक्टर OA plus vector AB is equal to vector OB, means vector OA plus vector OB is equal to vector OB. ओके, तो AB वेक्टर को लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में रखें और OA वेक्टर जो होता है लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में, इसको राइट हैंड साइड में लेके जाएंगे, तो इसका जो लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में इसका चिन्ह साइन जो होता है प्लस है, देखिए राइट हैंड साइड में जाएगा, इसका साइन माइनस हो जाएगा। अब वेक्टर OB दिया गया और वेक्टर OA दिया, इसके वैल्यू को सब्स्टिट्यूट किए। सब्स्टिट्यूट मतलब वहां पर रखने के बाद से उसको सिंप्लीफाई करेंगे, सरल करेंगे। सरल करने के बाद से हमको एक वेक्टर मिलेगा, और उस वेक्टर को हम डिस्प्लेसमेंट वेक्टर कहते हैं और हिंदी में विस्थापन सदिश के नाम से जानेंगे। ओके स्टूडेंट, सो उस विस्थापन सदिश के वैल्यू को कैलकुलेट करने के लिए एबव डाटा को इरेज करेंगे और बेलो डाटा को सिंप्लीफाई करेंगे। तो यहाँ पर लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में वेक्टर ए बी है, लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में वेक्टर ए बी है, तो वेक्टर ए बी को हम लिखें और एबव डाटा को हम इरेज करेंगे ताकि हम नीचे के डाटा को सिंप्लीफाई कर सके। ओके, नाउ वेक्टर ए बी लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में वेक्टर ए बी जिसको पोजीशन वेक्टर कहेंगे, इसको सिंप्लीफाई करेंगे। सबसे पहले साइन को अंदर मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे, वेक्टर 3i प्लस 2 वेक्टर जे माइनस वेक्टर के। अब यहाँ पर सिंप्लीफाई करें, इस 2i हैज प्लस साइन 2 वेक्टर I cap has plus sign, and here minus and multiplication of plus and minus, it will be minus. So here I will write minus 2 vector I cap. So coefficient of j is -1, but here is minus, it will go inside. So minus into minus, multiplication of minus into minus, it will be plus. So here I will say plus vector j cap. Similarly, k has coefficient 1 and its sign is plus, and outside is sign minus, and multiplication of minus and plus, that will be minus. So here I will write minus. Okay, so minus vector k. Now here that is important and you have to know clearly. So in the place of k I can write, in the place of j I can write 1 into vector j cap, and in the place of k I can write -1 into k, because if the multiplication of 1 into j vector j, that will be j, and multiplication of -1 into k, that will be minus k. Okay, so here I am going to take vector I common. So coefficient of vector I will be 3, and here coefficient of I will be -2. So I can write like this. Now here plus vector j I will take common. So here will be, here coefficient of j is 2, and here coefficient of z is +1. So I will write +1. Similarly, I will put here vector k cap. Now its coefficient is -1, and here coefficient is also -1. I can put like this. Okay, now further below data I will erase, and above data I will simplify, and then I will write. In the left hand side I will write vector AB, that is the displacement vector. Now here I will subtract 2 minus 1, that will be 1. So 1 vector I cap, and here I can say 2 plus 1, that will be 3. So 3 vector j cap, and here -1 -1, that will be -2 into plus, multiplication of plus and minus, that will be -2 vector k cap. Okay students, I hope that each and every students can get its value, that is vector AB, which is equal to 1 vector I cap plus 3 vector j cap minus 2 vector k cap. This is the position vector, that is the Visthapan Sadish. So I will write here its value, that is vector I plus vector 3j, and then I will write -2 vector k cap. Okay, so position vector I can write vector I cap plus 3 vector j cap minus 2 vector k cap. Okay, so I have got this position vector. Now we have to calculate work done when this force is applied on this object, and with this force that object is moving from point A to B. So that work done we have to calculate positively. Okay, so you concentrate here. I am going to calculate its value. Now further I will erase all these information, so students who are reading in Hindi medium, those students can also understand how we have to calculate the position vector, yeah, Visthapan Sadish. Okay students, so positively I am going to erase it, and after erasing I will also calculate the work done. Okay students, so you concentrate here. I am going to find work done. First of all I am going to erase it, and after erasing I will use the required concept for evaluating work done. Now work done I know, work done, which is equal to force into displacement. Now if any object which is moving on a horizontal path, it means that the angle between force and along the horizontal path that will be 0. So cos 0 which is equal to 1. Therefore FD cos theta will be 0, means cos theta is 0, that is 1. It means that f into t into 1, that is fd. Okay, now here I am going to say f is also a force. It has also direction, means force. The value of force that is given here for vector I cap minus vector j cap. So I can write here 4 vector I cap minus vector j cap. Now here dot is available, so I can put the value of d. D is also vector and its value is available here. D, this is the position vector, and this is the displacement vector. So that vector I have to use here. Vector I plus 3 vector j cap minus 2 vector k minus 2 vector k cap. So I have used here, I have I have written here with work done. So multiplication of these two vectors will be a scalar quantity. So multiplication of these two vectors, we will get its value, and that value will be a scalar, that is this rashi, that will be scalar. Okay, now this concept I am going to explain. So after explaining, you will also get its value clearly. Okay, now here I am going to erase this one, and after erasing here I am going to consider vector a, that is vector a, which is available in the form of ax vector I cap plus ay vector j cap plus az vector k cap. Okay, and another vector I am going to consider here vector b, that is bx vector I cap and by vector j cap, and then I have to write here bz vector k cap. Bz vector k cap I have to write here. After writing, now we have to take product of two vector, that is vector a and vector b. So same concept I have to use here to evaluate its value. Now here I have to get multiplication of these two vector as vector a dot vector b. This is also known as scalar product of two vectors. So scalar product of two vectors, a vector scalar product of two vectors, that is product of a product vector a dot vector b, which is equal to also known as scalar product. That is, I can write its value, that is its value will be ax bx plus ay by plus az bz. This formula I have to use to find its value. Now this is a vector, this is also a vector. There are two vectors, but we have to get its dot product of two vectors. That will be a scalar value. That will be a scalar value. Okay, so similarly this is also a vector and this is also vector. We have to use same formula to evaluate its value. So you concentrate here. After concentrating, you have to calculate by same. Now here there are two vectors are available, one vector is missed here, so that vector I can write like this. Okay, so you concentrate here to understand 4 vector I cap minus vector j cap and vector cap I can write 0 vector k cap. So after multiplication of 0 into k, that will be 0. So we can arrange here vector k cap as 0 into vector k. Okay, so into here I will take another vector, that is vector I cap vector j cap 3 vector j cap minus 2 vector k cap. Okay, so I have to use same formula. So work done can be written in short form, that is w. So that is w. In other words, I can write same ax bx. So here ax bx, so 4 into 1 Here plus is available, so I will put here plus ay. Ay means minus 1 into by, that is 3. Az means 0 into 8. Bz means that is minus 2. I will simplify it further. After 4 into 1, that will be 4, and 3 into minus 3 into plus minus 3. So here I will write minus 3, and this will be 0 into, if I will multiply any quantity with 0, that will be the 0. So this term will 0. So after simplification, I will get value 1. So here I can write this is work done. This is work done. This is work done, means work done. So I have got 1. It means that its value is 1 joule. Its value is 1 joule. Or in other words, we can say that Newton meter. In other words, I can say that its value, its unit will be Newton meter. Okay. This is the answer of my question. Okay. So possibly I have to write here work done W, which is equal to 1 joule, or in other words Newton meter. This is the answer of the question. Okay, student, if you have any doubt or any query, you write your doubt point, your query point in the comment section, and then you send. After sending, I will study your query, and then I will give the appropriate solution positively. Okay, student, thank you for watching this live video. I will meet you on the same time tomorrow, that is 30 minutes past to 7 o'clock to 30 minutes past to 8 o'clock. Okay, this time interval I will follow always, and you have to take its advantage, because this is totally free online coaching classes, and you have to take advantage more and more. Okay, students, so thank you for watching this live video. Jai Hind, Rana sir.